opened up April 8th, and we'll be running every weekend on Saturdays and Sundays all the way through Memorial Day weekend. And then on that weekend, we actually have the full 3-day weekend, and we will close out our season on Memorial Day, May 29th. So that's the 2023 season. As far as what's new this year, we've got a lot. We have over a dozen new artisans and shops that are coming in. We have about half a dozen new performers that are coming in that will be entertaining our crowds. And in addition to that, we have a brand new monarchy this year at Scarborough Renaissance Festival. We will have King Henry VIII returning, and this time with his wife, Queen Catherine Parr. And in fact, our second weekend, and also throughout the rest of the season, they will be celebrating their wedding. So there's going to be a wedding in Scarborough. And so it's going to be just a lot of fun and introduction of the new king and queen to the visitors of Scarborough. And, for those who are counting, Queen Catherine Parr is number 6 and the final wife of King Henry VIII. We are a family-friendly event. And in fact, we have been voted just recently as the favorite #1 Renaissance festival in the country within the Renaissance community. And so we're very, very proud of that fact. But the other part of that is we've also been ranked either #1 or #2 as far as a family-friendly Renaissance festival. And that's something we really take pride in. And is that something everyone who comes out to Scarborough is going to find something they enjoy doing. And whether it be, a family that has young children, we have lots for them to enjoy. We have Renaissance rides. And for those who haven't experienced Renaissance rides, this means they are human powered. There's no electricity involved in these. And so we have swings, we have barrel rides, we have all kinds of fun, different things. We have a climbing tower. It's not just a wall, it's a tower that the kids can climb up, and even adults can too. But, so there's Renaissance ride, there's games of skill. Some are geared toward younger children, some are geared toward just any ages. We have archery, we have things like that. We also have things like the School of Sword, the School of Dance, where you can learn how to do a Renaissance dance. We also have a mermaid lagoon where people can come in and meet a live mermaid and understand what mermaid life is all about. And so just a lot of different things, and most of our shows are PG, and some are geared a little toward the younger crowd, but most are in that PG range. We also do have a few shows that are located in our pub areas that are geared toward a 16 plus crowd. And that's why they're located in those locations. So that the young ears don't, they're not privy to some of that more adult humor and things like that. We are a foodie's delight at Scarborough Renaissance Festival. Most of our food is non-traditional fare food. So you're not going to see the hamburgers and hot dogs and things like that. You're going to see handmade pastas. We have our own bakery that starts at 4 o'clock in the morning, making pastries and cakes and pies and all kinds of wonderful delights. We serve things like we have crab cakes, we have gyros, we have stir fry, and of course you can't miss the giant roasted turkey legs, which are our signature. In fact, we sell over 20 tons of turkey legs every festival season. So lots and lots of turkey legs. And one of the other more unique things is, some other events have, all the fried foods. What Scarborough has is food on a stick. So we serve, if it can go on a stick, it goes on a stick. We have everything from fruit to tempura, fried goods, to chicken, to steak, to sausage. But we even have macaroni and cheese on a stick, and even pies on a stick. So lots and lots of things you can get on a stick and walk around and enjoy it while you're enjoying the rest of your day. We have a chocolatier who is coming into the festival this year. And she does handcrafted, hand-painted chocolates and a lot of different varieties of chocolates and things like that. We are also introducing a brand new mead to the festival. We have a new meadery who is providing our mead this year. And for those of you who don't know what a mead is, it is a honey wine. So it is mead or a wine derived from honey rather than from grapes. And so it is a local Dallas Fort Worth meadery, so called Breaking Brew Meadery. And they will be bringing in a signature Scarborough mead, but then they're also bringing in a chocolate cherry mead that we think is going to be a really popular item for those over 21. Another thing that is going on, I mentioned we have a lot of artisans that are coming in, and we really have some great, for those people that have not been out to the festival before, or even those who haven't been out for a while. The arts at Scarborough are very, very unique in that, one, we are a juried craft show. And what that means is that you have to be juried in, you have to apply, and we have a board of people that review every single submission to see if the quality and the artistry of the products meet our standards. And also we feel is a good fit for our environment. And so we go through this whole jury process, and over 99% of what is sold at Scarborough outside of our souvenir shops, these are just the artisan shops, is handmade. And many of the artisans actually demonstrate and make their crafts right in front of you. And so it really is a unique environment to actually see how these things come together and the work that it takes to make these products. And so when we say we have some new artisans, that is very exciting because of the fact that, this is something you're not going to find anywhere else. And every piece that you buy is a one of a kind piece. And we have some really unique hand painted bird calls that are going to be introduced this year. We have some crocheted dragons and other animals that are going to be introduced. We have a new potter that is coming into our festival, as well as a glass maker. So just a lot of different things that are coming in. Like I said, over a dozen that are being introduced into the festival this year. Just to give you an idea of the different types of entertainers we've got a couple of just great comedians, Shakespearean in nature. And then also we have a really wonderful new performer that is new to the festival this year, that is Carrie's Creatures. And these are actually wearable puppets that she will have, and she interacts with the audience and really brings those puppets to life with the audience. So they're very, very excited to have her on board. Now, a couple of musicians, including a two-piece Irish funk punk band. So very interesting. And really what this is, it's a lot of Irish tunes, but with a really rocking beat, and just, again, really interactive with the crowd and with the audience when they come out. So we're very excited to have them. And, a lot of, just activity part of that. And we have one of new fae, which in our world is a fairy. And she will be doing stories and story time and things like that with and even fairy etiquette with our youngsters coming out to the fair. And also our performing company, which is what is called Scarborough Academy of Performing Arts. And this is our performing company of over almost 100 people that really bring our village to life during the festival season. And for those people who have not been out to Scarborough, we really are a village. So when you come through our festival gates, you step back into our recreation of a 16th century English village. And so when we say our village, that's what we're referring to. So when you come back, we have over 200 permanent structures. We have 20 stages, just amazing shops that make up through all of this. We have 5 different food areas within the festival. So these performing company members are what really kind of make this come to life. It's the king and queen that I mentioned, they're a part of this, but you have villagers, you have nobility, you have the workmen, you have all of these, even some of our nautical folks make up this group, and you will find them all over the festival sites and a lot of different activities. They do some sword lessons, they do our knighting ceremony, they also do a number of other shows throughout the festival day. Stool ball, which is kind of the precursor to baseball back in the day. And one of the new shows that they're bringing is Good Morrow Scarborough. And so every morning, right inside our festival gates, they will do kind of an introduction to the day. And basically, it's almost like a Good Morning America, but Renaissance style. So it's looking to be a lot of fun. One thing that is also very, very unique to Scarborough in the Renaissance world is the type of entertainment we have. It is very, very interactive. And what I mean by that is there are many of our acts that will performers that will actually bring people up onto the stage as part of their show. But in addition to that, you have the opportunity to talk and visit with every single one of our performers. So unlike a lot of other festivals where the performers are just up on a stage and you can see them perform, but you never really get to meet them or talk to them, things like that. Our entertainment is very different than that. You can ask our whip artist how he got into cracking whips. I mean, what an odd thing to learn how to do. But we also have jugglers, we have dancers, we have musicians, and many of which are very unusual. It's really more vaudevillian type entertainment as opposed to the modern day entertainment you traditionally see at other festivals. And so from the entertainment side, you're also going to get a very, very unique experience for everyone who comes out. Every weekend of the festival, we have our standard lineups of different things that are going on, but each weekend we have a series of guest artisans that will be here. So there's, a number of artisans that will only be here for certain weeks. We also have limited engagement and entertainment. And so we do have a handful of entertainers that will only be here for specific weekends. Part of that is those that are kind of affiliated with different themes that we have going on, one of which is our Celtic weekend. And on that particular weekend, we've got 3 different limited engagement entertainers, including the Shannon Irish dancers that are returning to the festival. And this is adults and children doing traditional Irish dances, and they'll be on stage that weekend. We also have a Irish shanty who's going a bard who's going to be playing Irish shanties throughout the weekend. And we also have an ensemble who will be playing limited engagement that weekend as well. So a lot of different music and a lot of different entertainment takes place, as part of that. People always ask me, what's your favorite thing? Well, there's so many things, it's hard to pin down a favorite, but my suggestion is always just wander. Go, if there are 2 or 3 things you absolutely want to see, like our jousting is always a must see, or like I said, the falconry, the birds of prey are amazing. And, this is actually a wildlife conservancy that does our birds of prey exhibition. So this isn't just some show that's going on. These are people that actually rescue injured birds and rehabilitate them and reintroduce them into the wild. And their goal and their calling to educate people about wildlife and birds of prey, it's the real deal. And so that's very exciting to see. But my suggestion is, pick those 1 or 2 or 3 things you really want to go see, but then wander. Don't just spend your day rushing from one stage to the other or one show to the other. You'll come upon so many unique experiences at a shop, at a stage, things like that you never would have known you enjoyed. I mean, we've got belly dancers. We've got a rat and cat circus. These are things you're not going to see anywhere else. So just walk around, experience it, and just, immerse yourself into our world. One way people do that is by dressing up in costume. And sometimes, many times it's a Renaissance or a medieval type costume. People, but also, again, I mentioned cosplayers. People come out in their cosplay costumes. I mean, we get Game of Thrones, we get Star Trek, we get Star Wars. We've even got, many times we've gotten stormtroopers in kilts. So you never know what will show up. One other thing that we introduced last season that, from a customer experience that some people may not be aware of, we now accept credit cards. And that is in most places, in fact, all of our food and most of our pubs accept credit cards now. And so you can come out and do that. Our games and rides are still cash only, but we do have ATMs on site. If you need a little extra cash, those are available. It's always going to be quicker if you get your tickets ahead of time. You can get discount tickets at Tom Thumb and Albertsons starting on April 1st. And then you can also get discount tickets on our website, which is srfestival.com. There is something for everyone to enjoy at Scarborough Renaissance Festival. And when you come through our gates, you really are stepping back into a world that is different, that is unique, that is going to sweep you away from all of the stress and all the technology and all those kinds of things, and really let you relax for a day and enjoy things in a very different, unique way. And for many people, we are a family tradition, and they may have come out as kids, with their school or with their family. And now we see people bringing their own children out. And that is a very unique experience. But also it's not just something for adults, and it's not just something for families with kids. It's something for everyone. And that regardless of what your group looks like, everyone's gonna find something they enjoy.